everybody, today we're going to make spring rolls in my brand new air fryer. I'm so excited to share air frying with you because I'm new to it and now I'm in love with it. Thanks to Tess Chalice and her new vegan cookbook called The Essential Vegan Air Fryer that's coming out this month on Amazon, and I'll put a link to it because there's a discount if you pre-order it. So this is her amazing recipe, which is super simple. So come on in. We started with broiling these tofu strips. So I took a pound of tofu, just cut them down into these little strips and broiled it on the top rack for 10 minutes with no oil. So if you broil, you do not need any oil, but they do go fast. So you don't want to go past 10, check them at 10, then see what you need. But just know that they broil very fast. So that's fun, no oil in the tofu. And the next thing I did, you can use shredded carrots. And I'm doubling the recipe, so this will make 12 spring rolls when we're done. You can half it. But this is 2 cups of shredded carrots. You can buy them shredded. I shredded them in the food processor. And then the main ingredient, which I am so in love with, is purple cabbage. Isn't that funny? But I love, green cabbage. Green today. Lots of green. So we are going to cut up. The recipe calls for 4 cups. I am going to do 8 cups. Because my husband and I have been eating these for lunch. We do like 3 at a time. Definitely want to cut off the ends. And green cabbage, all cabbage, loaded with plant-based fiber, right? So even if you're not fully vegan, just try to eat as many plants as possible. Because plants help clear out your colon, like Velcro to the waist. Animal products have no fiber, so they can do the opposite. They can clog your colon and arteries. So we want to get as many plant-based foods as possible. Veggies, fruits, grains, beans, legumes. Okay, so I'm measuring just because last time I made it, I did not make enough. Alright, so here's 4. Ta-da! Let's cut that up a little better. Okay, and this is probably going to be about 8. Let's get a few more. Alright. One more. Fill it to the brim. So I don't need my second cabbage after all. Let's just chop it down. Okay, so that is about 8 cups, looks like pounds, of cabbage. So let's go over to the stove and we are going to do a little sauteing. So come with me. So I've already been sauteing the garlic. I did 4 cloves of garlic. And I did 2 tablespoons of minced ginger. Garlic and ginger. I'm adding water. I'm not using oil. I don't use oil when I saute garlic and onions or garlic and ginger. I always use some water. And let's do a little bit more. So I had them sauteing for a few minutes so you didn't have to wait on me. So those should be good to go. And then we're going to add in our mound of green cabbage. Let me just tear this up a little bit more. Okay. And our 2 cups of shredded carrots. Okay. Now I'm adding to the recipe 6 tablespoons of tamari because I'm doubling everything. Okay, and tamari is a gluten-free soy sauce. And I love the Simple Truth organic brand that I talk about on every show. And those will be it. Garlic, ginger, and tamari. I'm going to scoop that around and we'll add some more. So you could do 4 cloves of garlic minced, or as I show every time, my already minced Kirkland, and you would use 2 teaspoons to make 4 cloves of garlic. All right, so we're going to bring all this together. You can add more or less of carrots or cabbage, whatever you like. And so it'll be these ingredients plus the tofu when we go to wrap our spring rolls. Alright, so we're going to let this simmer for about 5 minutes. Doesn't have to be cooked thoroughly because we are going to stick them in the air fryer. So we'll be back in a minute. Okay, so this is a part of the cabbage mixture once it's cooked down, and you let it cool off for a little bit. And then we're going to roll them into the spring rolls. So I bought these rice papers just at my regular grocery store at Ralph's, which is a Kroger store. And I like using the bigger ones. I think it makes it much easier because I started learning on small ones. It is harder. Okay, so hopefully you can find those at your local grocery store or health food store. So I'm going to take 2 strips of tofu and place it in the center of the rice paper. Now I let it sit in a plate of water first, and that's key. Let it really soften, and then I move it to another damp plate, which will help you work with it just a little easier, because it just takes practice, like everything, like I talk about. So we're going to add a handful, and that's about enough. When you get it too big, it's too fat, it's harder to roll, right? Okay, so this is my technique. You can find your own way that works for you, but if you fold in the sides, this seems to work best for me when I do it that way. And then take the top, fold it towards you, then take your hand and kind of push it all in there. Squeeze it into your little burrito roll, and then roll that last end towards you. Voila. Okay, now we're going to just lightly spray them. This is an extra virgin olive oil spray by Simple Truth Organic. Excuse me, you could also use an avocado oil. We're just going to give them a light spray. Now I want to make sure that a lot of air fryer recipes use no oil. Like we made onion rings, no oil. So just a light spray, because I know most people would rather not use oil. So this is the Go Wise USA, which was recommended to me by Tess, the author of the Air Fryer Vegan Cookbook. And we love it. It was only $60 on Amazon. I'm going to put a link to it. We wanted to just start with a basic one. And so I'm going to pull out the basket and just show you how this works. You push, excuse me, there's the basket, okay? And definitely when it's hot, be careful. This is not hot. So let's get it back in there. Okay, so we're going to just gently place our 3 rolls. I just do 3 at a time in the air fryer. Uh-oh, that one's a little loose. Hang on, let's go ahead and get it in here, just so I don't lose this one. There, okay, so they're all in the basket. It is a small basket, so you have to do things in shifts. I'm sure a more expensive, bigger one, maybe not, but this one you do. So we're going to go ahead and push it in. Okay, and then you get to program the temperature. So we're going to do 400, and then the time, definitely not that. We're going to do 10. Whoops, excuse me. 12 actually, 12. We started with 10, we realized 12 is better. And then it is on its way. So you're going to let it just sit here so it cooks from above, from below, from side to side. And it's so cool. I love my little air fryer. We've only done onion rings and spring rolls so far, but we're going to branch out to crispy baked tofu and Brussels sprouts, sweet potatoes, Yukon potato fries. So I'll see you in 12 minutes with our crispy spring rolls. Okay, let's check out the spring rolls in the awesome air fryer. So you push the red button, and here they come. Voila! So that was 12 minutes. They are so delicious. Then you want to be careful because that basket, you push this button and that will let the basket out. Then you can serve it with your favorite chili sauce. Now Trader Joe's has a great one of these red chili sauces. I'm in love with Grandma's Sweet Chili Sauce. It says it's a product of Thailand, and you can get it at tastenirvana.com. So I hope you will get this wonderful air fryer. I'll put a link to the air fryer and also to the Essential Vegan Air Fryer Cookbook by Tess Chalice, so you can begin air frying these delicious spring rolls as well. So thank you so much for joining me and for saving animals with your food choices. Have a great week.